This next one is really upsetting to me because it's one of my favorite movies and it never got toys.
It almost got toys.
But it almost did.
So in 1982, Jim Henson was
yeah.
working with a company called Aviva on a line of 3 3/4 inch figures, but they just didn't get it done. It never happened. And so there's this Aviva catalog shot that shows all the figures, what they would have been. And, this is some card backs and stuff like that. So they were really close, but it just never happened.
Yeah.
V, anybody a fan of V?
I had V-Toy.
They had an expanded line that never got made, though. That was the...
Yeah, LJN was working on this, and they had a whole giant plan for all these characters. You got your good guys over here and your invaders over there. They had like faces that could be interchanged with the evil reptiles and stuff like that, but it just never happened.
Yeah. Yeah. These were this close to getting in stores. And they were by Galoob, and they were gonna be 2-packed. So it was gonna be a good guy and a bad guy on each blister card. And they were gonna do the whole run. They were gonna have a gun star. They were gonna have the whole Star Wars style toy line. And unfortunately, the merchandisers predicted Last Starfighter would do badly, and they held off. And then Last Starfighter did much better than expected at the box office, but they were too late. They'd already canceled their plans, and so nothing happened.
So this is my favorite cartoon ever. Like it was the only cartoon that I really watched as a kid. And it breaks my heart, but apparently what happened is Mego got the license to do Thundar figures, because we're talking like late 70s, very early 80s when that show came out. And Mego was approaching the end of its lifespan, so they had to scale back, and so they had to make a decision as to which toy line that they had in production or pre-production that they were actually going to make. So does anyone know what they made instead? I think you're all going to be really sad.
Worst idea ever.
I know all of your
Agreed.
brains have just done a backflip.
We feel your pain.
You have to understand that the 80s was really big on cocaine. And so these executives were probably not in their right mind making these decisions.